Whoa, this place is cool. What is it about forests? Video can't capture the magnificence and the immenseness and the nature, wow, depth, beauty. Right, here we go. So, my name is Dara, I'm the creator of Xskool. We've just landed in Galloway, Scotland, and I am here on a reconnaissance mission. My family are back in Norfolk, and I am here to suss out, does location change how you feel in the world? Now, many will say, yes, it does. However, what I've been going through over the past 2 years has been very strange. But the crazy anomaly about what I've been going through is many people in the world also seem to correlate around September 2024. The ringing in their ears started to increase, their sense of unease started to increase around that time. So I'm seeing this as multiple theories that I'll go into in other videos, because the theories can divide us, but what doesn't divide us is solutions. Wow. I know the camera just cannot see any of this, but it's just so beautiful, man. It's like a bridge and lake, just nature. Is that like a road? It's all these old ruins as well. I was actually looking into Scotland and what they call the clearing, when the Crown came in and basically wiped loads of people off their land to make way for sheep. But another way of getting us away from what we truly should be, which is just connected to nature, living on the land. But so I've tested it out. What I can notice, this is my first day. Well, we were living beside a tower, 0.3 of a mile from a tower in Norfolk. Here are some of my theories on what could be happening with regard potential electromagnetic radiation and some of the systems that are in place, like the towers and the satellites. So in Norfolk, I have different theories on why potentially I was not feeling good in that location. And one is that when you're on a flat plane, completely flat, and you have multiple towers in every location, what can happen then is there's actually zero barrier for all of those frequencies that are being emitted. Another element of what happens when you get into kind of rolling hills and mountains, and I think part of the reason why so many people feel so good when they climb a mountain is because of the harmonic resonance that's given off by the mountain itself. So undulations and mountains actually give off a frequency very similar to how pyramids work, and it's a measurable energy. So not only do the undulations and the mountains, the valleys, provide physical protection for any oncoming radiation that may be being emitted from these towers, let's say, and although there are technologies that are being implemented across the globe, however, they also act as harmonic generators. And when I'm in rolling hills and mountains, and I'm going to test it out more as time goes on, but I just start to feel really good. Look at that. Look at that. You can just park right by the lake. Isn't that cool? So beautiful. This little road here in Galloway is stunning. So, okay. So this is day one. What I've also noticed when we were traveling from Portugal back to England was that we camped one night under a very dense, kind of it was like an island on a lake, but it had a little land bridge coming out. and there was a very dense packet of pine trees, not exactly like this. They were very dense, like you couldn't even see the canopy when you're under the sky, like a very specific kind of pine tree. These ones are a little bit more sparse in their needles. So when I was in there, I'm very sensitive to these energies, and what it is that's affecting me is I'm still open to kind of all possibilities. But what I did notice when I was under that canopy was just how amazing I felt for those couple of nights. So there's, to be in a valley, this is like my kind of like idea of like the most optimal location right now, is to be in a valley with no towers around, no signal. You can just like use Starlink and set that up or something like that. Or find a way of getting connected that you don't need to have cell phone coverage. And then potentially I'm going to test out also a valley and then pine forest. So right now I'm in pine forest, and I'm noticing like the pain in my back that I've been getting when I was in Norfolk is starting to dwindle, and it's only a day. And yeah, like the pain in my belly this morning wasn't as pronounced. Oh wow, some people camping here. Look at that. Oh my god, they've got that tent that I just bought. I literally just bought that tent. That is so funny. Yeah. And that's so beautiful. Nice little spot. So I literally just bought that tent off two YouTubers. I think they call themselves the Log Hoppers. They probably just had half the UK buy that tent because of them. That's funny. Anyways, so my mission right now is to determine the most optimal location, because what I would perceive is true for me would be true for many others. And if I can figure out a place that I can feel like okay again, which is there on certain levels, but what I would love to be able to do is to go deep into like bliss and joy again, and I can kind of feel that coming back as I'm here. So the plan is that I'm going to try to open up these spaces for people. I'm going to find land, I'm going to purchase it, and I'm going to create an Xskool, a mystery school for sensitive souls out there that are in a similar situation to me, with the oncoming kind of insanity that we're in right now. Look at this little camp. God, man, there's loads of little spots. Got like a little fire. Is that like a ready-made camping fire? Oh my god. I think I might have that. Yeah, have like a little barbecue. And then yeah, oh man, look at this. It's like loads of little hidden places. So cool. This place is cool, man. And look at that bridge. I reckon you could drive off that bridge over there. This place is magical, guys. I can just feel it. The air is so different. Over in Norfolk, it was so hot this summer, and I felt like the air was kind of suffocating. And one of the things that the Hopi say about these like end times, or this massive time that we're in, is they're like, go to high ground, because the world's climate is going to be like, you know, increasing the temperatures. So they could mean that literally, like go up onto a mountain where obviously it'd be cooler, but also maybe are they hinting towards the northern latitudes? Because I've been guided up to Scotland. I've been basically when we were on our way up here, like Spirit was basically twice on the way up here, very, very adamantly saying Scotland, you need to check it out. So this area is just so, it's fascinating really. It's kind of like what I loved about Portugal was that it was just back in time. There wasn't a speed camera on every road, and I just didn't feel like that Big Brother feeling, and I don't get that feeling here. And that's, I think, why I've been brought here. But also, life is meant to be incredible, full of bliss, wonder, joy, reverence. Right now we're being tested, and who passes that test is my best guess. I feel like we have not seen anything yet. All of the ancient cultures, the Mayans, the Egyptians, the Celts, they all spoke about the end of the long count, which is this 27,000 year cycle, which we're just coming to the end of. We've come to the end of, and now we're passing into the golden age again. But this time, this passing period is fraught with massive instability and huge growth, and we're all just being pushed. So this is the other theory that I have, is that another part of the Hopi prophecy is that the only way to survive this incoming time is to go into the heart. And I've had experience with the heart. I've had a deeply spiritual experience. After I lost a huge amount of my resources, I think that was like an initiation for me. I basically had my heart burst open, and I had like an awakening of sorts within that area. I think that area is being locked down in a lot of ways, and part of my mission in this lifetime is to understand how to subtly open up that center and tap into the magic that exists within all of us. So the Xskool, the reasoning behind the Xskool is that X marks the spot. So where the ley lines meet is where some of the most incredible magic happens. I experienced this quite like beautifully, how Spirit guided me in Portugal to this property, and it had an energy line running through the back garden, or the front garden, with a 150-year-old oak tree right in the middle. And I got to experience firsthand what it's like to be on these lines. We lived in bliss and in harmony for those years, and then we lost all of our resources. And then we came back to the UK, and life has been extremely challenging since. And now it's time for our next chapter, which is, let's bring back in the light. So so this is cool. This is called Raiders Road, and look, people are just having a barbecue. Everyone's just chilling, living life. Huh. Cool, isn't it? Hello, how you doing? I kind of get the feeling with a lot of people, like even just saying hi to that guy there, people are just like not that happy to be alive. And I'm not saying I'm much different. Wow, look at this, it's pretty cool. I wonder, is this like an aqueduct or some type of bridge? I don't think there's any traffic going through it. Guys, this place is so beautiful. Like, I'm actually, I feel like my heart is just feeling elated again. It's funny how just certain parts of the world can make you feel a little bit like not yourself. Like, some people are probably fine in some places, and then other people, you go there and you're just like, you start kind of getting like, itchy feet. Let's just have a quick look at what this says about this area. So, in memory of the late Charles Parley, God, this place is stunning. Okay, so they're all just parking up, having a laugh, 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 parking up. All right, I'm so happy. This is my first day here. I've done my first video. I vouch on this day, the weirdos that are trying to bring in this system for us, it's just not happening on my watch. I'm going to create an Xskool in Scotland, in Galloway. It's going to be the most beautiful, harmonic, right on a ley line. Where they cross, we'll have the temple. We're going to have like the most advanced technologies. I'm already creating the biophotonic liquid gold. There's other nanoparticles. I'm in the process of understanding how to stabilize like platinum. Some of them, if I even say the names, people are going to be like, how, what? But like platinum, palladium, electron. What was the Egyptians used to make an elixir called electrum. All the components of that. Okay. So that's it. I'd say that's quite a long one. That's 17 minutes. Oh my God. Is there anything else? Yeah. Just for anyone out there that is in, like, what I'm noticing is some people are experiencing the grid more than others. I can't for sure tell you that this is all a man-made, like, crazy grid system that they're putting up, and some people are just basically not able to survive in it. My experience to date is something is going on that's making it extremely challenging to be okay. Like, I'm definitely feeling better here, so I can say location is making a change. I've felt that already. The further from towers that you get into valleys, mountains, I believe that pine trees have an ability to protect from EMF, electromagnetic radiation. The war is basically, the main weapons that they're using against us are metal particulates, which they're spraying in the air, and frequency warfare. Once those metals are in all of our bodies and our brains, it becomes very easy to agitate us and maim us and potentially unalive us. So get EDTA from Global Healing, the microsomal that gets the metals out better than anything I've ever tried. The biophotonic liquid gold, I've managed to make that now myself. That is beyond anything that exists out there, to be honest, and I think that it will completely change the world. I think the more people awaken and step into the enlightened age, that gold is going to become a huge part of our sustenance. I think we probably might only need that alone, which sounds boring to most people, but not when you step into superluminal consciousness. All right, And then what else? Oh yeah, the Neurophone has been like, I'm in the process now of working out how to get them into the UK from the creator in Germany. But like, I wear mine as much as I can, do you know? And I wear it because it just makes me feel amazing. So why wouldn't you? You'd be mad not to. That's really cool. Look, they kind of like, I really like that. Might as well just have that. That's how life works, isn't it? Finders keepers, losers weepers. It's fun to barbecue. Oh my god, I'm gonna cook my chicken on this barbecue. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tonight. Have a barbecue, all self-contained. I'll do it on a rock. People are freaking out about fires, I get it. Maybe if they stop spraying nano aluminum and barium dries out the soil. Aluminum is one of the main components used in fireworks. They've been spraying that for the last 30 years. It's heating up our ionosphere, the metal particulates. Our ground is flammable. Basically, guys, we've got a major problem. We've got like very sick people in charge of the world. JFK tried to warn the people of America. He was like, you know, there's secret societies, they've infiltrated the governments and the military-industrial complex. He was shot in the head 9 days later. So more and more people are starting to wake up to that fact. The next question is, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it, huh? Because if we don't do anything, if we just sit back, it's not looking good. We are majorly looking at I would say what some people are predicting, an extinction level event it's not past. Like, I'm sure these things in the long cycles eventually come around, and I'm sure that this isn't our first time where artificial intelligence has tried to take over humanity. But it feels to me like it feels pretty bad on the planet. So I think it's going to take, like that quote, it takes just a good man or woman to do nothing. So I think that's where we're at the moment. I think we need to stop looking at these weirdos at the top and start looking at ourselves and thinking, what can we do? What I'm doing right now is I'm locating the most optimal location for me and my family so we can be as healthy and as vibrant and as loving and compassionate as humanly possible and maintain our integrity and all of the things that makes us human. And then build from here. We're going to like operate out of this location. We're going to bring people in. We're going to show people some of the magic. And yeah, ain't nothing going to stop what's coming, because we are going to make that happen. All right, that's it. Just one big massive rant. Over and out.